State University, and so does the passion of our students. Individualized attention is the defining trait of Illinois State, a trait that extends beyond the classroom. Within Milner Library, experts and mentors personally guide students as they live and learn. A place for research, a laboratory, somewhere to meet up. Find all that and more at Milner Library, and state your passion at Illinois State University.
Tonight's Illinois State basketball game is brought to you by Country Financial. Achieve financial security no matter where you're starting from. By your local Ford stores. Ford, go further. And by Casey's General Store. Casey's, famous for pizza. Let's take a look at the starters for tonight's games, brought to you by your local Ford stores. Dayton, long, clean, athletic, multiple scoring options in that starting five. Kari Price, the point guard, and Jordan Seibert, the transfer from Ohio State, the best perimeter shooters. On Illinois State's side, we mentioned that Paris Lee is just a freshman. Really a new team with Deshaun Knight and Bobby Hunter and Nick Zeisloff, really the only guy in that starting five that has any sort of college basketball experience, and he was a reserve player a year ago.
Exactly. That's all that he was basically a role player. Yeah.
Starting lineups today brought to you by your local Ford stores. Visit localfordstores.com. Check out Ford's full line of vehicles that are leading by example. Ford, go further. Redbirds come out in their home whites with red lettering and red trim. Dayton Flyers, 25th ranked team in the country. Road red uniforms, white trim, white lettering. 7-1 Dayton, 4-4 Illinois State. We mentioned just the third time since 1999 that a nationally ranked non-conference opponent is here at Redbird Arena to take on Illinois State. And the Redbirds control the opening tip, and we're underway here in Normal. Kurt Pagler, Bob Morris, our Niles Media Sports team with you. Glad you're alongside on a chilly night in central Illinois. There's Knight knocking down the first shot of the game.
That'll warm things up just like the steel will also.
It's Bobby Hunter doing the trick, and in the first 18 seconds, the Redbirds have 4 points.
Paris Lee denied the inbounds pass. The individual taking it out didn't notice it till it was too late, and he laid the inbounds up for grab. Redbirds couldn't have written the script any better. Great start. Explosive beginning gets the crowd into the game.
And the Redbirds in a zone to open the game.
2-3 zone that they do a few wrinkles out of it, depending on the opponent and the strengths of the opponent.
Flyers turn the ball over in and out of the hands of Matt Cavanaugh.
And conversely, on the opposite end, Dayton will be in a man-to-man practically the entire game. That's what Coach Archie Miller loves to do, and that's what the Flyers are doing all season and with great success.
There's John Jones with his first touch of the game. Backs in on Cavanaugh, but can't complete it.
A little excited right there. Went a little long on that. Threw that completely over the rim.
Oliver works baseline, draws contact, first foul of the game.
That's a matchup down in the bottom part of that zone that the Birds are going to struggle with, I think. If they're going to struggle out of the zone, that's where they're going to struggle. Is when Zeisloff has to cut off baseline from a penetrating dribbler. He's going to have to work at it, Kurt. That's a hard assignment for him.
Oliver, one of just 3 seniors on this Dayton roster, so they're nationally ranked, and they're relatively young when you look at it that way.
They've played a very challenging schedule themselves this year.
Oliver the miss, cleared by Illinois State.
Flyers were out in the Maui Classic, and that's where they made a name. Oh, great inward pass right there. Great pass.
John Jones the catch off the feet from Hunter. The Redbirds are out to a 6-0 lead, and Archie Miller wants timeout. Redbird faithful on their feet. Nationally ranked team, a top 20 team. Ironically, Dayton trailed Gonzaga by 16 and won that game, but led Baylor by 14 and lost that game.
Yeah, they did. And then they came back and trounced, I believe it was by 20 over Cal in their third place game at Maui.
Pierre, tough shot. He's going to get to the free throw line. Again, a very athletic team that is so quick and great off the dribble.
Well, they're deep. You know, that athleticism doesn't stop with just a handful of players. They go 9-10 deep, and every one of them are extremely athletic. They're interchangeable in parts for many places.
Well, let's talk about what you think the keys to tonight's game are, Bob.
Well, because Dayton is such an explosive offensive squad, the keys for ISU is going to be on the defensive end. They have to box out and rebound and not give Dayton any second chance points. The Redbirds have to play good transition defense and not give any easy buckets up to the Flyers. And then the Redbirds have to defend the ball screen well once they set Dayton up in half-court offense. Those three things are key.
Reggie Lynch, the 6'10 freshman from Minnesota, is in the game for Illinois State.
That young man has been a spark plug every time he's entered the game this year.
He had a 14-point effort in Illinois State's win over Chicago State on Wednesday night here at Redbird Arena.
It's the manner with which he does it also. He's not, what he has accomplished comes within the confines of the offense. He's not trying to do things that are out of his capabilities.
Flyers trying to take advantage of a turnover by the Redbirds. Good spin move, but Pierre couldn't finish. Offensive rebound, got it back. He's going to get back to the free throw line.
There's the athleticism we just previously talked about. He got around Lynch on the first initial move, but missed the shot. Lynch was able to alter the shot enough that he couldn't make it, but he was athletic enough to get on the other side of the rim and secure his own rebound for the putback and drew the foul, as we see right here. He goes up, misses, gets his own rebound, and draws the foul.
Deshaun Pierre is from Ontario, Anderson Collegiate Vocational Institute. And just like the Redbirds have Kaysa Keene, who played with the Canadian junior national team, so did Pierre. Represented Canada, in fact, in the under-17 team and the under-19 team in the World Championships in his career. And he has all the Flyers' points here in the first 3 minutes from the foul line.
Yeah, they have yet to put a field goal on the board. Redbirds off to a good start, not only in the offensive end, but the defensive, obviously. Beginning of the season, Redbirds opened up at VCU. It was a tough road game, and they played like an inexperienced team on the road for the first time. Tonight, they're playing a top 25 team. They appear to me, Kurt, with the way they've begun this game, that the fear of playing a top 25 team does not intimidate them. You see Lynch right here, staying with it. Throws it up, gets it blocked, gets it back, spins, draws the foul, goes to the line. That young man has got what I believe a tremendous upside to his career.
You mentioned the spark that he has given the Redbirds off the bench, and during Illinois State's current 3-game winning streak, he's averaged just under 9 points a game and shot at 75% from the floor in this 3-game winning streak.
He's one of those quiet leaders when he comes in. The players respond and respect him. He's not a rah-rah kind of performer, but they listen when he speaks. Redbirds staying with the 2-3 zone.
Oliver penetrates and kicks out.
Great help right there. Great help by the up pair.
Price, 3, no good. Another offensive rebound by Pierre. He's been very active on the glass. Dangerous pass, but the Flyers maintain possession. Now Pierre again. This time his shot is short, and it's corralled by Lynch.
There's the freshman doing what he does, just being in the right place.
Stolen away by Price.
Ill-advised pass right there.
He goes right around the Redbirds and scoops it in. First field goal of the game for Dayton.
Against a team this athletic, to throw the cross-court pass that length, you're not going to get away with it. This team knows how to play transitional defense, and they're matching up when they go back. Long passes will get intercepted.
It's Knight. His 3 is missed. Oliver clears it. Back comes Dayton. It's an 8-4 Illinois State lead. Opening minutes of this one. Pierre spins on Lynch. Ball was stripped by Lofton. He got it back and he put it up and missed it. Tipped up by Kavanaugh. Couldn't finish.
Good work by the Flyers on the second attempt there, but they couldn't get it to go down. Good work by the Redbirds to deny them.
This is Knight off the feet from Wills, who just checked in the game.
Great penetration right there by Wills to create the attention of the defense. They ignored Knight. Wills dished it off. Easy lay-in. The Redbird zone has been so active, it has really flustered. Until I said that.
That's right. And then the Flyers did a great job of breaking it with a pass, and it's going to be a three-point opportunity for Kavanaugh when we come back. Good start for Illinois State. The Redbirds lead 25th ranked Dayton. The initial moments of this one as Illinois State has a 10-6 lead over number 25 Dayton here at Redbird Arena.
Well, one of the things earlier that jumps out at me at the off the stat sheet is the fact that ISU has 4 field goals at this point, coming off of 3 assists. That's good early ball movement, finding the open people. You only get that when the ball moves and people without the ball move. When that happens, somebody's going to get open.
Yeah, Kavanaugh trying to complete the three-point play. Like Cyber, Kavanaugh did not play when these two teams met a year ago, and Dayton sat last season out. Dayton leads the all-time series 4-2 against the Redbirds, but again, Illinois State a 74-73 nail-biter in a win last year at Dayton. The two completely different teams this time around. Kaysa Keene in the game for the first time for Illinois State. He wears number 0. And there are 3 Flyers ready to check in at the next break. Lawton missed it.
Got the penetration, but then was on his way down when it came time for the shot.
Cyber draws contact, and he's going to go to the free throw line. This team is so athletic. Dayton loves to get up and down and score in transition.
Well, exactly, and that's one of the things I brought up as a key was transition defense. You have to get back. You have to stop the ball. You have to make them come back out and run half-court offense.
Yeah, the line for Dayton, number 24, Cyber.
And here's Cyber, the Cincinnati native, recruited by Ohio State's the Buckeyes, and played on that Final Four team at Ohio State, the 2011-2012 team. He played in 24 games for Thad Matta, but really just that lost in the shuffle in the minutes in the numbers game, and has transferred to Dayton, sat out last year, and has been a big plus for the Flyers to start this season. 13.6 points a game and shooting better than 50% from beyond the arc. How about that? 53% three-point shooting.
Who does that?
Nobody.
That's incredible. Hit a game-winning shot first game of the season also. Hit a three-pointer to get a team win by 1 point.
Good drive to the basket and score for Knights.
Ball movement.
6 points for the Redbirds.
Great ball movement. They reversed it twice and got the wide-open lane.
Good pressure by the Redbirds, and Smith turned it over.
Out of the timeout. That's the first defensive time we've seen. All right, here, let's take a quick look. There's that ball reversal, quick slash to the bucket. Great job by the Birds. Finish my thought, Kurt. The Birds came out of the timeout and changed defenses on the first possession to a three-quarter court 2-2-1 low. The Flyers didn't react, turned it over.
Dayton with 4 turnovers, so that Redbird D has caused 4 Dayton turnovers here in the opening 6 minutes.
There's an energy to the Redbirds that I haven't seen this season. They're playing with a purpose, with a confidence that I haven't seen this year.
The Sanford, the Georgetown transfer, missed that shot. Keene goes behind the back and a kick out. Lofton. He'll catch and shoot, and nailed the 3.
He might have one of the quickest releases in the country. When he catches the ball, and from the time he catches it to releasing it, you can't defend it.
First 3-point make of the night for the Redbirds. Cyber off the glass and in.
He knows how to score. He's not just a shooter. He can spot up and shoot threes, and as we just saw, he can penetrate and make layups. Game has a good atmosphere to it, doesn't it, Kurt? The crowd's into the game.
Absolutely.
Both squads are into the game.
Tough shot for Lofton. He's got some free throws coming.
Again, that's basketball intelligence, Kurt. It's a tough shot, but he knew he was going to draw the foul because of who switched on him. When you get a post player on a perimeter player, you go into him with the way they're making the calls of this season, and you're going to get the call every time and go to the line.
Lofton, a transfer from San Jacinto College in Texas. He's originally from St. Paul, Minnesota. And a lot is really expected of this guy, and the Redbirds are trying to get everybody to kind of, hey, you know, he's a young ball player, but certainly he's got a very high ceiling.
Oh, Does he ever? I've been able to watch a few practices this season, and you know, in a relaxed atmosphere of a practice scenario where they're working on things, I've seen him do things that you shake your head and go, wow, the kid is unbelievably skilled.
Sanford was stripped, but he got it back. Ball is back and forth, and now it's Kaiser Keene tries to beat everybody down there, and a shot blocked. Athletic play by Kyle Davis.
We talked about their speed and athleticism. We just witnessed it right then. What a well-coached, good disciplined team Dayton Flyers are. They had a turnover and had 3 people back to contend a shot.
Davis missed the 3, and that could be an over the back, and it will be.
Good job by Jones to have possession on a rebound.
While you hear the first 8 minutes of this one, the Redbirds have a 16-10 lead over Dayton.
The people that are here tonight are having a good time. They're enjoying it. It's a great atmosphere, and it's an outstanding basketball game at this point, particularly if you're a Redbird fan. People that didn't come out, you need to. Get here and enjoy these Redbirds. They're fun to watch.
Lynch's pass is picked off. It's Kendall Pollard, the freshman from Chicago, all the way down, and it's going to score it. And they're going to call it in a 3-point opportunity for Pollard.
Right there, we saw Reggie Lynch be a freshman. He got the ball on the high spot. His intention was to reverse the ball, but he wasn't strong with the pass. He's not used to the strength and the athleticism that steps up against him. Pollard, freshman out of Chicago Simeon, took it away from him. Went the length of the floor, made it, drew the foul.
Redbirds number 12, Tony Wills.
All Kendall Pollard did in high school was win a bunch of championships.
Oh my God! Holy smokes! What didn't Simeon accomplish while he was there anyway?
Played with Jabari Parker, the number 2 ranked prospect in the country a year ago. Of course, Parker now playing at Duke. Jalen Tate, Kendrick Nunn, a couple of his high school teammates playing at the University of Illinois, so that roster was loaded with D1 talent. Lofton the miss. Loose ball is corralled by Dayton. This is Smith. His pull-up is in. Good rhythm jump shot by Scoochie Smith.
Exactly. I mean, it just took a moment that nobody defended him, and boom, into a shot and made it. You have to know where they're at. You've got to understand the personnel in the situation.
Keene flipped it up, worked the baseline, but couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound, stick back for Reggie Lynch.
Reggie Lynch, that's going to be a name, I think, that's going to go down in the archives of Redbird basketball. He is very, very active when he's on the floor.
4 points for the freshman, and the lead back to 4. Pollard again.
Late whistle. But it goes against the Redbirds. Fans are not a fan of it by any means. Here we see it on replay.
That's his first.
Well, I tell you what got the foul, whether there was contact or not. Reggie Lynch brought his arm down. When you bring your arm down in an attempt to block a shot, it's an automatic whistle. It's going to happen. Whether you make contact, you have to be disciplined. Move your feet. That is the emphasis in basketball again. That's the way basketball was meant to be played. Don't bar your man on your forearm. Don't swing at him to try to block. Move your feet, get there, and play basketball the way it's meant to be played. If not, you're going to spend a lot of time in foul trouble sitting on the bench.
Jerry Pollard, Roland Simmons, and John Moore, by the way, are the officials working tonight's game. Neither of those free throws go in, so Dayton can't take advantage of the free throws, and it's still a 4-point Illinois State advantage. Wills kick out. Here's Hunter left open. His
Great setup by Tony Wills. Through 3 defenders, kicked it out to a wide open Bobby Hunter, who drained it.
Hunter's first 3-point make of the game.
And there's Wills active again. Now let's watch as we see Hunter make this. It's set up here by Tony Wills. Drives, draws, and dishes, as they say. And boom. That's basketball at its finest.
Number 0, Price. Number 5, Oliver. And number
Hunter is one of those guys that you can really just look at him and you know whether he's in a good mood or not, because he just wears it on his vest, doesn't he?
He does. And he's a fun young man. To be around him he smiles a lot, because I've had the privilege to be at practice, and he makes a day fun. He'd be the kind of guy you'd want to hang with, Kurt.
Yeah, when you say you know if he's in a good mood or not, he's almost always in a good mood.
Yeah.
Nice passing and an easy lay in that time for Devin Scott.
That time out of the half-court set, Dayton was patient, and they got the ball to the high post, which is the open area against the 2-3, and they went high-low. The high post dropped her down on a bounce pass to the low post.
Harris leads, three is missed and cleared by Oliver.
Too quick. Didn't need that shot at that point in time.
Price works baseline. A lot of contact there, but no foul call. Instead, it's just out of bounds to Dayton.
There was contact, but the point earlier, Jones was there. The contact came from the fact that the offensive man ran into it. We see it on replay. Boom. Get that out of here, John Jones said. Now you see that right now the Birds are making a better emphasis of keeping the ball out of the high post area. 3 seconds. They wanted it in the post. He was posting up to get it down low. And because the Birds were defending the way they were, they couldn't get it to him. But he didn't give up his position, and they drew a 3-second count on him.
That's Dayton's 6th turnover in the first 11 minutes of this basketball game.
Dayton Flyers are not used to doing that.
Lob down low to Jones, cut it under the basket, worked his way out, tried to flip it up. He was really too far underneath.
Yes, it was. The pass took him under the backboard, and he should have kicked it back out and reset, tried another one. It was early in the shot clock again. They had time. Tried to make something out of nothing. That time didn't work.
The Redbirds have had a little success with that lob pass down low, though.
That they have, no question.
Fans wanting to travel, not going to get it.
No, they're not, because there was no possession.
And another travel that time they got it. Didn't get the travel from the Redbird bench, but instead got it on Pierre in the lane.
You can see how much the Dayton offense relies on getting the ball to the high post when they have to run half-court offense out of their zone offense.
Archie Miller trying to get his team going in the right direction. The Redbirds have controlled the tempo of this one.
No question, and that's something that not many people do against the Flyers. Well, there's a lot of contact down low in there without the ball. Not a game for the weak. Good patience, and they drew the armbar foul.
Devin Scott going to be whistled for that one. A foul on him as we step away. 7:52 to go. Opening half. Illinois State 21, Dayton 16 here in Normal.
Quiet on the sip. Pick 73. What? It's a saving big is no laughing matter at the Bob Roman Auto Group. Over 7,000 new and used cars online at BobRorman.com.
There's only one Bob Roman. Do you live in America? Then you have the right to get out of debt. You can eliminate or reorganize and protect houses, vehicles, pension, and other assets. I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. America's debt-free law is called the United States Bankruptcy Code, and we're one of the oldest and largest debt relief agencies in America. Call us or click now.
If you're worried about debt, call now to see if you qualify. 1-800-401-4010. The House Outdoor Gear is your source for everything outdoors. Snowboards from $139, skis from $99, outerwear from $49, BMX bikes from $99, bikes from $169, wakeboards from $99, skateboards from $39, paddleboards from $5.99, backpacks from $19, sunglasses from $19, hoodies from $19, and t-shirts from $7. The House has a huge selection with great savings up to 70%. Go over to thehouse.com for all your outdoor needs.
21-16, Illinois State leads the Dayton Flyers of Archie Miller, who is in his third season at Dayton. Interesting story. He played his college basketball in North Carolina State, where it's also where he started his coaching career. His coach with Thad Matta at Ohio State. His coach with his brother Sean Miller at Arizona. Nice pedigree. And now the head coach here at Dayton.
He has quite the impressive resume, no question. I'll go one step further. Hometown, Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. Who's the most famous athlete other than Archie Miller to come out of there? You know the answer. Who is it?
I think I do. I think it's Joe Namath.
Joe Willie. That's right. Oh, goodness. To call that a foul is almost a crime in a game that's had this much contact inside. Two guys going hard for a rebound.
Well, the foul's going to be on John Jones, and Dayton is going to be in a bonus now.
That's 2 fouls on Jones and 2 fouls on Lynch. That's one thing the Redbirds really don't need to have happen. That has, with 7:48 left, that's a lot of fouls already on their 2 premier inside players.
So it's Devin Oliver to the free throw line.
Jamal Samuels comes in for Jones because of the foul trouble with Lynch.
The Flyers have already shot 11 free throws here in this half.
And like I said, a lot of time left. When you attack and attack and attack, whether or not a transition or half court, you go to the foul line a lot. Particularly this season with the way the fouls and the officiating with the fouls are happening.
Oliver on the board now with those free throws. It's a 3-point Illinois State advantage.
You also have to expect the fact that you're playing a top 25 team in the nation, then you better expect that they're going to know how to fight back once you knock them in the nose once.
Jamal Samuel off the bench and in the scorebook, knocks down a 3, just his second 3-point make of the season. He's only attempted 4 from beyond the arc.
Does it get any better than that? If you're Jamal Samuels, you're in the game 10 seconds, you knock down a 3. It is so impressive how active this zone is for the Redbirds.
Another look at Samuel. You mentioned it. This is a guy that really hasn't spotted up and shot the 3 much. He only has 2 points in the 21 minutes that he's played since the opener. He had 9 points on opening night against Virginia Commonwealth, but really hasn't been much in the mix since.
Well, there was probably a reason that he was that wide open, according to the scouting report. Who is that guy? Let him shoot. And he did.
Spin
That's a travel.
And you're right. Jalen Robinson was hoping to draw contact and get to the free throw line, but turned it over.
Trying to do a little quick for a big man. We see it right here. Boom, 1, 2, 3. He's dancing. Dancing with the stars does not make you a basketball player.
Hunter penetrates, flipped it up, couldn't get it to go.
Kind of forced it, put his head down, put his shoulder down, and kind of forced this there. Kick out might have been a better plan of action.
Seibert's 3 missed.
The other thing the Redbirds are doing so very well right now out of that zone is they're blocking out.
Contact, and it could be a 3-point play. I think the officials are going to have a little powwow to see if it's going to be a continuation. It is.
We'll see right here. This is the athleticism I was talking earlier about with Zach Lofton. He gave a little stutter step at about the 15-foot mark. Boom, got the defender to just rise up and up, and then he exploded, drew the contact, put a nice soft touch off the glass in the end. This young man has so much potential. If he ever corrals it all, puts it into the confines of this Coach Muller's offense, he could do something special here as a Redbird basketballer.
He averaged better than 17 points a game in junior college last year. He knows how to score. Here, nice move. Work the baseline.
But I'm telling you, the Dayton Flyers are such a reflection of Coach Archie Miller. They're disciplined, they're sound, they're fundamentally smart.
Sam is going to try another three. Long rebound. Hayes Akeen comes down with it. And he scores. So that was the post player shooting the three, and the point guard getting a rebound and scoring in the paint.
I think that was called offense by accident. The crowd is going crazy in Redbird Arena. The crowd is truly into this game. What a fun environment.
Redbirds enjoying their largest lead of the game at 9. That foul is on Samuel, so it'll be Seibert to the free throw line.
What the Redbirds have been able to accomplish out of this, their zone, is they're so active. They've truly got the Dayton Flyers going faster than they want to be. And when you go fast, you're out of control. If you go quick, that's another story. But if you go fast, then you're not in control and can't react to what the defense throws at you. And that's exactly what's happening. They're not reacting well to the Redbird defense right now.
Dan Muller, a former Illinois State star and a 12-year assistant of Kevin Stallings at Vanderbilt. You've got two head coaches here, Bob, tonight in their 30s. Muller's 37, Archie Miller's 34.
Well, they burned it. They deserve it. They burned it, and they're both taking advantage of it, doing things properly.
Lofton just traveled.
Redbird travel. He's pleading, but I don't think he's going to win this one. That's not going to go here. Now, what Zach Lofton has got to learn to do right now, turn the page. That plays over. Now you're on defense. You can't let your offensive woes create defensive errors.
And the fouls are starting to pile up on the Redbirds. Bobby Hunter whistled for that one. Dan Muller having a very animated conversation with Jerry Pollard there.
And Dayton only has 5 fouls in a game that is so hotly contested. Kind of something to just take note of.
Scoochie Smith, one of the great names in college basketball, right? S-C-O-O-C-H-I-E from New York.
Gotta love it, don't you? Help me out, Kurt. I can't see the stat sheet. How many free throws made do the Flyers have?
Right now, the Flyers are 9 of 15 from the foul line.
Out of 23 points, they've got 9 from the line. Make that 10 as Scoochie drills the second one for the 24th point for the Flyers.
Dayton has stolen a little bit of that momentum back from the Redbirds here. They've scored 4 in a row. Cut the lead down to 5. Deshaun Knight. What? And a three-point opportunity.
What a strong move to the basket by Deshaun Knight. We got this one on replay. I love it. Here he comes hard with his left hand, feels the contact, and when it's a secondary defender, anytime there's contact, it's an automatic foul. But the point that I love is he was strong enough to finish and then go to the line for the three-point play. And he does. Outstanding individual effort right then by number 3, Deshaun Knight.
Knight, the game's leading scorer, now with 9 points.
The Redbirds are practically daring the Flyers to shoot the three, and Scoochie says thank you.
Smith knocks it down. I think the Redbirds scouting report would say that the guy that shoots it from beyond the arc better is Kari Price, but it's Smith that's been doing some of the damage from the perimeter. He's got 7 points. Knight.
Nope.
Didn't get that one. Ball was tipped out and controlled by the Flyers.
Matt Cavanaugh kept that ball alive.
Smith to Cavanaugh.
Now that's the kind of thing that the Birds have to prevent. Cavanaugh beat the Redbirds back, so he got the dish back and the put down.
And Lofton's going to get some free throws when we come back. Officials timeout. 3:40 to go here opening half. The Redbirds lead the Flyers by 3. first half of the Redbird offense in a 32-29 lead with still 3:40 to go.
Well, can you imagine what the point of emphasis has been the last couple of days in practice? As you mentioned, it was a very slow start. I believe it was practically 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes into the game. In the previous game before ISU got a field goal. That's not been the case tonight. They've heard enough of it in practice about starting strong and staying strong. Now it becomes with 3:40 left in the half, with Lynch and Jones on the bench with 2 fouls apiece, they have to finish strong this half to carry the momentum to the locker room. One of the ways to do it is to do just what Zach Lofton did. Get to the foul line. Get to the foul line. Attack the rim. Get to the foul line.
Makes good on both of his free throws. A 5-point Illinois State advantage now.
Little pressure after the timeout once again by the Redbirds. Just to slow down that attack. Make the Flyers run half-court offense. Good hands by the defense.
And another turnover. The Redbirds are going to get it back.
Zach Lofton, he got his busy hands in there before Kavanaugh could claim possession of the ball. Lofton had it, knocked it off of Kavanaugh. Redbird ball.
Clearly the best defensive effort the Redbirds have had this year.
No question. And against a top 25 team, this game, if it continues, could go a long ways to building a positive future for the Redbirds.
Harris Lee from the corner. That three is in.
Again, penetration by Zach Lofton and a kick out to a wide open Harris Lee. Zach Lofton hit 2 free throws, created a turnover, and got an assist, all in the last 3 possessions. He's taken over the game like the young man's abilities should allow him to.
Smith, he's had the hot hand. Misses from the perimeter. Ball's out of bounds, and it's going to be Dayton's.
That missed 3-pointer right there by Scoochie Smith makes the Flyers 1 for 8 from 3-point. That's why the Redbirds are in the zone, sagged back a bit.
That's Sanford, nice move. Couldn't finish. Keen high up to get the rebound.
Great rebounding blockouts right there.
Keen lost it on the floor. It's he and Davis fighting for the loose ball.
The tie-up would go to Dayton. Keen went 1 dribble too far on his penetration. He needed to pull up 1 dribble sooner and kick it out. He had nothing going. When you got nothing going and there's no daylight at the end of the tunnel, you know it's not going to be a good ending.
2.5 minutes left in this opening half. Very entertaining opening half.
Oh my, has it been? This has been awesome. A lot of fun to sit and watch. If you're a basketball fan, you're enjoying this no matter who you're rooting for. And if you're a Redbird fan, you're really enjoying it.
On the shot clock. And a steal by Wills.
He just picked his pocket and drew the foul. Who was that made the penetration down here for Dayton? Could you see it? I missed.
It was Kyle Davis.
It was Davis and Wills. Wills, I think we got it right here. Wills just goes, thank you. I'll take that. We're going the other way. And Davis compounds these problems in. Turnover turns into a foul also. Great hands by Tony Wills. Good contribution from the ISU bench tonight. They have outscored the Dayton bench 18-11 at this point. And if Wills contributes here, it'll be more.
And the Dayton bench has been one of the Flyers' strong points this year. You know, they're playing 10 players, so you've got 5 of those non-starters piling up points going to your bench points. So you're right. For the Redbird bench to outscore this team is very impressive. Under 2 minutes left now, opening half. Pierre missed that one badly.
Well, you're being kind. I think there's a crack in the backboard.
On the other end, it's Deshaun Knight.
Deshaun Knight is lighting it up in here. The crowd is going crazy. Listen to those fans.
Double figures now with 11, the first player in double figures. Illinois State on a 7-0 run and a 10-point lead, largest in the game. Dayton needed something, and they get a three from a guy who shoots it at 40% from the three-point arc. Just the second three-point make of the game for the Flyers, who are 2 of 10 now from downtown. As we approach the final half minute here of the half. Samuel again a three. He's 1 out of 3 from beyond the arc here tonight. And now the shot clock is off, and the Flyers will have the final possession, likely, of the half. Sanford floats, misses it. Redbirds have a chance now. Lofted with 2 on the clock. He fires a three. Couldn't get it to go, and the half is over. And Illinois State has a 7-point halftime lead heading to the locker room. Halftime of tonight's Illinois State basketball game brought to you by Country Financial. Achieve financial security no matter where you're starting from.